I am Shintotoa21, and today I'm breaking from the norm. Lately, I've been uploading a bunch of attempts to run a successful Minecraft Tech It world, but I figured it's been a while since I've done an actual vlog, and with a certain topic going on all over the in the YouTube world, I figured I would. Well, really, I figured this was as good a time as any. Okay, to start off, I just want to clarify that I actually have very limited understanding of the full situation. I didn't really find out about this until yesterday, but you all know that I really only shoot as I can when I've got the house to myself, because I don't have a specific room that I can just shut the door and everyone be quiet. So, that being said, there's really been a lot of talk among the YouTuber community about the remake, which was announced at E3 like 3 days ago, I don't know, of Final Fantasy VII. And a lot of YouTubers seem very pissed off about the idea. And I don't understand that at all. However, keep in mind that I did not watch the announcement. I have not been following E3 as closely as I'd have liked to this year. I've been busy with school, trying to have some semblance of a social life, trying to get a job, things like that. You know how this goes, right? Trying to live a normal life. Unfortunately, as I've said, that means I can't do as much of the stuff I'd like to do, like follow E3. Now, that being cleared up, a lot of people, as I said, are giving Square Enix a lot of shit for remaking Final Fantasy VII. What y'all don't seem to realize is a lot of followers of the franchise, including myself, have been begging for this moment. I'm not gonna say that it's happening the way we like it, but in truth, this is actually a good thing, and I'll tell you why. Keep in mind, this is my personal opinion. So, with that being prefaced, and the fact that I do not represent Square Enix or anyone like that, I'm just a guy with a webcam, an opinion, and there you go. Mind you, the webcam's shitty, but whatever. Anyways, off the sidetrack. What this means to me is that Square Enix is listening to its fan base. They're listening to the fact that their fans have been requesting this for a couple of years now. Fans have been requesting this, is hoping against hope for a remake of what is quite possibly one of the best JRPGs of classic gaming. the fact that they're listening and actually remastering it has me ecstatic because it means they're listening, they're trying to give the fans what they want, trying to give the consumers what they want. And in this day and age, that seems to be something of a rarity among gaming. Looking at you, EA. Furthermore, let's face it, Final Fantasy VII still has a loving and wonderful fan base. Many people who replay it over and over. And the fact that they're remastering it tells me that they realize this and realize that a remastered version of this beloved game would probably sell well, which tells me that they're actually thinking. Instead of trying to just run around through the net doing whatever the hell, Square Enix is actually trying to figure out what the consumers would like. Like, by looking at the demographics, by looking at how many people play it online, quite possibly looking at how many YouTube views players and speedrunners who play the game get. Sorry, I don't know what it is. I've got something in my eye. Alright, moving right along. They're looking at all this and they're thinking, what can we do to increase our sales? What can we do to stay in the game? There is nothing wrong with this. That's what every corporation should do at its core. Especially since they are more likely to actually stay in the game, stay relevant, if they listen to the fan base and give the fan base what they want for business reasons, not just PR. And the final reason that I don't get why anyone's complaining about it is, quite frankly, Final Fantasy has been their cash cow for years. Ever since before the PS1, really. So why the fuck wouldn't they try to recapture one of that franchise's greatest moments and sell it, especially since Final Fantasy is and always has been and like I said, their cash cow. Look at how many people play Final Fantasy XIV, speed-throughs for 13. How many people are hyped about Final Fantasy 15? When you look at all that, as long as they're putting out their franchise that they own the rights to, that they created, who the hell cares whether it's actually new or not? I'm willing to bet that a couple of years ago, about half the YouTubers who are giving in Square Enix flack for redoing in Final Fantasy VII, I'm willing to bet that about half of them were actually hoping they do it a couple of years ago when another remake, I forget which Final Fantasy game, but the remade one was announced. So, those are all my thoughts on it. I'm not going to address the actual concerns that the YouTubers made because, as I said, I didn't find out about this entire controversy until a friend posted about it on my Google Plus late last night. Well, early last night, but still, not enough time for me to do sufficient research, and so I'm not gonna even bother addressing that. If y'all want me to comment, leave a comment, give me some feedback, and I will actually research it. And in a later video, I will go into further detail about the actual complaints that the YouTubers are making. These are just my views. You may disagree with me. If so, feel free to leave a like. If you like what I'm doing with my channel, subscribe, leave a like. And yeah. So, bye.